Hi, my name is Stacy Pederson, and I'm super happy to be here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself since you don't really have a clue who I am. The first is that I am a mother of several amazing children who I love so much when they're not with me. One of the things that I did learn about life, that again, I will share later on when I share my story, is just the value of living the life that you have now as well as you can, no matter what the circumstances. And it's hard to hear, especially if you are someone who's going through a challenging time, to be like, oh, yeah, I'm supposed to be happy. And so that's what today is hopefully for. It's to help give you some tips and tricks to lower your stress and improve your overall quality of life just by little things, so that when those big things happen, you're able to basically stay afloat. We're going to be talking about the 7 habits of highly stressful people. And I'm going to ask you today that you will walk away and just pick one thing. One thing. That's all I'm asking. You can do anything you hear today. I would like for you to take one thing and say, I'm going to start implementing that. Can you do that? Raise your hand if you could do it so I can see it. Like you're going to make a commitment. Thank you. One thing. Okay. So are you ready to learn the habits? It is, drum roll, exercise. I know. I told you it was not exciting. Studies show over and over again, as you know, that exercise is super important because it releases all these positive endorphins and it makes you feel better and it lowers stress. And I'm here to tell you today that that is fine for all of you. But I am actually allergic to exercise. I am, because here's what happens when I start to exercise. My heart starts pounding. I feel like I can't catch my breath. Things start hurting all over. My face turns red. I break out in a sweat. And if you look up an allergic reaction on the internet, those are the exact symptoms. Exact. And then the last thing with relationships is that I almost died, as I've mentioned, and we'll explain more as I've mentioned. But before I almost died, I used to say things like this. I used to say, oh, man, I have to hurry up and get him to school. And then I got to go to work. And then as soon as I'm done, I got to get off. I have to, go get so-and-so to practice. And then I have to make sure I'm home in time to cook dinner. And then I have to get that little under. I have to. And then I almost died. And I didn't almost get to see my kids grow. And the mind shift that happened for me was, rather than saying I have to, it went to I get to. So it was like, wow, I get to be the one to take them to school. I get to be the one to make them a meal. I get to be the one to deal with their teenage angst. Me. And, it even passes on with your significant other. Like, I get to be the one of all the billions of the people on the planet. I get to be the one to pick up your underwear off the floor. That's me. I get to do that. But it is true. It changes your mindset, even moving from I have to I get to, even with your job. Because, especially through COVID or just in different parts of the world, work is hard and it's stressful sometimes. And there are challenges always. But how many people in the world just want a steady job? And you get to have one. You get to go to work. You get to help in this manner. You get to help these families. That's cool. It's not, I have to go to work. It's no, you get to. And it gives you this feeling of gratitude and joy just from switching those two words, have to get. So that is one of the things that you could commit to, of trying to do that with your mind. I know. And if you found you've downed 3 bottles of wine and you are feeling really good right now and you have completely lost track of time, that is not the kind of flow I'm talking about. Okay. That is not it. You got to pick something healthy. So, or we are so overwhelmed, or just our thoughts, we have such anxiety or such stress. We're trying to deal with all these things, and we are not aware of the gift of today, correct? And after I almost died, I keep saying it, but I won't tell you, I haven't told you the story. After I almost died, one of the things I started to ask myself, because I discovered that I did not want to waste my life. I didn't want to waste the days that I had been given. I wanted to live them to their fullest. So what did that look like? It really was just a simple question. This question was, have I lived today? Have I lived today? So this is what this looks like. I would encourage you to maybe set your alarm for, I don't know, 10 minutes before you go home from work. Could be that, or it could be in the evening after dinner, like 7:00, something. You set your alarm, and when the alarm goes off, you ask yourself, have I lived today? Have I just survived? Have I just existed? Or have I actually done something that makes me feel alive? And if the answer is no, the reason I like thinking about that right before you get off work is you still have time. And if the answer is no, then you have time to do something about that. Now, what does it mean to have I lived today? Does that mean I'm supposed to jump off a bridge? No. And I'm written up in the New England Journal of Medicine because they don't know why they could not kill that infection. So it's like not the kind of famous you want. I don't recommend it. Don't go that route.